ক্লাস 12-এর অলরেডি একটা পোয়েম একটা প্রোজ পড়ানো হয়ে গিয়েছে। আজকে নতুন একটা পোয়েম ধরবো, সেকেন্ড পোয়েম যেটা আছে অ্যাসলিপ ইন দ্য ভ্যালি বাই আর্থার অ্যাবো। Arthur Rimbaud is a French poet. Actually, he's said to be a boy poet because he stopped writing after before he reached the age of 21. And in this poem, he has painted a different picture of a soldier. A soldier is generally, we have a misconception about soldier, not misconception, but we regard a soldier as if he is a hero. He's a hero. He is sent to the battlefield, and he will definitely come out victorious, and he will have the victory at his hand, and he will achieve all kinds of feat that we just in our mind we have just have made some kind of idea about those soldiers. So we glorify the feat of the soldiers, but actually in reality, what the author and other what the poet and other war poets also painted in their poetry, that the soldier is also common human being like any other human being. He also feels the same kind of fear, same kind of emotion as we human beings we do feel. He is also afraid of death. He goes to the battlefield obviously, but he is also afraid of death, and he also has family at home, and they are very much concerned about the soldier, and the soldier is also very much concerned about the well-being of the family. So all these things happen with the soldier. He's no more than a common person. So that is what the poet wants to say, that a soldier is after all a common human being. In Asleep in the Valley, the title, the French title, you should know that French title is given over here, the present poem, originally titled Les Dormeurs Level. This is you should mark this one, because in the exams this question comes also. What is the original French title of the poem Asleep in the Valley? And this poem is written in 1870, and it is published in 1888 or 1888 or 1872. Here it is given the 1872, but I will find somewhere 1880 maybe in the collection of poems. There it is published. And Rabo, he himself was a soldier. He served in the Dutch colonial army, and this poem is written in the background of Franco-Prussian war. And as he himself was a soldier, so he had a first-hand experience of how a soldier feels, what kind of thinking runs in the mind of the soldier, and how a soldier is also afraid of death. All these things, what actually since he himself was a soldier, that's why he knows very well himself that what runs in the mind of the soldier. And the picture, the rosy picture that we the common beings we have painted about war and soldier, that picture is not altogether right one. That is quite wrong. That's a misconception about a soldier and the war. So we should not actually just glorify war in the name of martyrdom or things like that. The soldiers who were killed in the battlefield, they are said to be the martyrs, but that we should not just think them. We should not just falsely instill in them that kind of belief that the soldiers, they are superheroes. The poem is written in sonnet form, Italian sonnet. It is divided into two parts. First 8 lines are called octave, you know that, and last 6 lines are sestet. Though the rhyme scheme is quite different, and this rhyme scheme is not the Petrarchan rhyme scheme. We know that the rhyme scheme Petrarchan, ABBA, BBA, CD, 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 CD. This rhyme scheme is not followed here, and there is contrasting picture here. The contrasting picture given by the poet himself, and he has done so intentionally in order to put a greater impression in the mind of the readers. Let me start. A small green valley where a slow stream flows and leaves long strands of silver on the bright grass. From the mountain top stream the sun's rays. They fill the hollow full of light. So a small green valley. So it's a panoramic beauty of nature. A green valley where a slow stream flows. There is a stream. The stream is flowing slowly and leaves long strands of silver on the bright grass. So leave long strands of silver. It appears to be silvery since the sunlight has fallen on the stream, and from distance it looks like the silvery ribbon. That's why it is said that leaves long strands of silver on the bright grass. The grass looks bright because the sunlight has fallen on that, and maybe water bubbles had been collected on the tip of the grass, and these water bubbles reflect the sunlight. That's why it looks a kind of a ribbon from distance. That's why it is said that leaves long strands means a kind of ribbon, long strips of silver on the bright grass. From the mountain top stream the sun's rays. Look at the word use of stream, as if as the spring falls from the mountain top, comes down from the mountain top. In the same way, the sun's rays, it is streaming from the mountain top, and they fill the hollow full of light. So the hollow means the V shape. It's the valley, so V shape. The hollow space, the valley is filled with light, the sun's light. So this is first four lines. That's why it is a beautiful description of nature. The background is, so this is the background, the backdrop, and the natural beauty has been described in the first four lines. Then comes the character. A soldier, very young, lies open mouthed. A soldier, the character not enters, but he himself was there. A soldier very young lies open mouthed. This is the posture of the soldier. He is lying on the valley open mouthed. A pillow made of fern beneath his head. So nature has provided the pillow made of fern beneath his head. So his head is lying on the pillow made of fern. It is not the pillow made of cotton, rather it is a pillow made of fern. Now look at the punctuation. After head there is punctuation mark, comma, asleep, semicolon. After asleep there is semicolon, asleep. So a pause. The soldier is sleeping. So the title is given that asleep in the valley. So this term asleep and sleep will be used many a time. Asleep. The soldier is sleeping. Stretched in the heavy undergrowth. He is lying. Stretched means as if he has rigor mortis. This biological term, he has got rigor mortis. That's why he is stretched. He's lying on the in the heavy undergrowth. Undergrowth means that bushes and the plants are grown heavily there. So he is lying there. He is in a stretched form. He is lying there. Pale in his warm green sun-soaked bed. Pale. He looks pale. Why? Because at the end we'll come to know that the soldier is dead. So he is pale because that's why there is no life. That's why he looks pale. In his warm green sun-soaked bed. Warm because sunlight has fallen on it. That's why he is warm. And remember that perhaps the poet, he expects that if there is warmth in the soldier, perhaps he may comes to life. But at the same time, I told there is contrasting picture. I told earlier that. So this is warm. If he becomes warm, he might be alive. But at the same time, we know with the readers, we'll come to know that in the later part that this expectation on the part of the poet is quite futile, because a dead man will not just rise again. Pale in his warm green sun-soaked bed. Green. He is lying on the green field. Sun-soaked bed. Sun-soaked means it is the sun light has fallen on the green field. That's why it is called sun-soaked bed. So this is a bed. This is not a bed that we sleep on. Rather, it's the bed of nature. Nature herself has furnished, has provided the bed for the person, for the soldier. Soldier is dead, so nature has shown much kind of sympathy for the soldier. His feet among the flowers. He sleeps. Again, the word sleep is used. His feet among the flowers. He sleeps. So feet of the soldier are among the flowers. We know that. Suppose a person who is dead, we just show respect to that dead person by just scattering flowers on the feet, or just putting a garland on the head of the dead person, on the breast of the dead person. We sometimes put the garland. So in this way, we show respect to the dead person. But here nature has shown respect by putting the feet of the soldiers among the flowers. He sleeps. As if he is sleeping, he is taking rest. His smile is like an infant's, gentle, without guile. So his smile, there is a mark of smile in the face, in the lips of the soldier, and it looks like an infant, as if an infant smiling. Why the word infant is used? Because infant is said to be innocent. So a dead soldier, he is also innocent. That's why this comparison is made. gentle without guile. There is no cleverness in the smile of the soldier. He is gentle, he looks polite. A nature keep him warm. So the poet has addressed nature. The poet has urged nature to keep the soldier warm. Again, the warmth is a symbol of life. If nature keeps him warm, he might not catch cold. He might the next he said that he may catch cold. So the poet has urged nature to keep the soldier warm. Otherwise, he may catch cold. He may there may be some kind of trouble, some kind of problem, respiratory problem of the soldier if he catches cold. That's why the poet has urged nature to keep him warm. The humming insects don't disturb his race. The insects, they are humming, they are singing, but they cannot disturb the rest of the soldiers. They are because the soldier is dead. At the same time, humming insects, perhaps it can be said also. Remember here, the insects, they have life, but the soldier, he has no life. He is dead, and human being is said to be the crown of all creation. So the crown of all creation, human being, the supreme creation of nature, he has no life. On the contrary, the humming insects, the insects have life. So this is the contrasting picture. He sleeps in sunlight. He sleeps in sunlight. Sunlight, it provides energy to everything. It provides life to everything. But the sunlight, ironical, the expression is ironical. The sunlight cannot revive the soldier. The soldier is sleeping in the sunlight. He is dead. Sleeping means he is dead, and he is lying in the sunlight. One hand on his breast. One hand is placed on his breast. At peace. Again, full stop. Only two words. At peace. He is sleeping peacefully. To sleep, this peace is eternal peace. It will the soldier will not revive again. So peace means eternal peace. At peace, he is sleeping peacefully. In his side there are two red holes. So there are two red holes. Perhaps in the side two red holes, bullet marks. So this last line, in his side there are two red holes. It indicates that the soldier is a victim of war. He is a casualty of war. He is killed in the battlefield. And the soldier, he is lying, perhaps he is just coming away from he was fighting with the enemy, and he was injured in the battlefield, and he was just running away from there, and he became tired, and he fell down. So soldier in the valley fell down, and he was lying dead over there. Perhaps this is the picture. And Arthur Rimbaud, he himself has painted this picture. He has very beautifully has painted how the soldier is sometimes in the false claim of glory sent to the battlefield by the warmongers, by the armchair politicians. They are sent to the battlefield, and they are killed. The soldiers, they are killed there. So the soldier, very young, he is killed in the battlefield. So all his hope, all his expectation, ambition is just shattered into pieces in the very prime of his life. So this painful picture has been presented, and the author has meant to say that perhaps this is the word is futile, the futility of war. This is the theme of the poem, futility of war. War is futile. There is no usefulness of war. War only brings about death and destruction. So that has been portrayed here in this poem, Asleep in the Valley, and the title also ironical, Asleep in the Valley, because we know that the soldier is not sleeping in the valley, rather he is dead, he is a victim of war. So that's why the title is quite ironical. Okay, that's all for today. If you have any question, you may ask me when the class will start. Okay, goodbye, thank you.